What's up, guys? Iceman here. So I come to you with a faint heart to tell you this horrific, heinous bear attack story. And the crazy part is, it all began with what later could have been prevented. All right? Now, it's just the dawn of the day here in Michigan. I can almost feel the presence of these animals lurking about. They are in this forest, and I'm prepared with nothing other than pepper spray, but don't worry, I'm a pretty big guy. Probably take one if I had to, with some help from the Creator. But this heinous bear attack could have been prevented. There was a young, beautiful woman, inside and out. She danced around in her parents' farm field, and something horrific happened to her that day. A bear took her out of the field, scalped the young female. It ravaged her body. It dragged her innocence into a damn ditch. All right? And somehow it managed to rip off her head, little Sherry. It took her skull to a river not far from her parents' farm field. And it basked it in the water and began peeling off the flesh, as if it was utilizing the water to loosen up the flesh on the skull. Absolutely heinous. Now, this attack didn't make the big news, as many of you know who watch my channel. The big media isn't very keen on reporting these bear attacks. They're very animal friendly, if you will. But the problem is that gets in the way of getting out the truth. So little Sherry's body lay desolate, and they say that her blood screamed from the ground as the bear peeled the flesh off her little skull. Now, fast forward a year later in the same region. The town's in horror, right? There's a post of this in the local newspaper, but it didn't make the big media. So not everyone was aware of it. Mariah was a chick new to the town in Upper Michigan. She was a senior in high school, 18 years of age. Mexican chick from Texas, right? Her family's lineage was from Mexico. So she came up to Michigan, her senior year of high school, and she met a boy named Robert, a white guy. He was a bad boy, already had himself a criminal record of theft and grand theft auto, but nonetheless, they would venture out into the woods and do bad things, if you know what I mean. They both lived with their moms, so they liked to get alone once in a while. One horrid October evening, the weather was a lot like it is right now. They were walking down a trail, and they had a little campsite that they made in an opening like what you see right here behind me. Some marshland. And that's when the bear attacked. I speculate this is the same damn bear that killed little Sherry and ripped her head off and left her corpse in a ditch. The bear attacked Mariah on that treacherous day. Her screams echoed throughout the forest. It was when she was taking a wee, and her boy was in that damn tent, getting ready for a good time, I think. Robert was in the tent. Little Mariah went over to the far corner to take a wee. That's when Robert heard her treacherous, nightmarish screams. It sounded like a bunny rabbit being tortured. And sure enough, it was a big, grizzled black bear with long, yellow, bacteria-ridden claws and big, sharp fangs tearing into her flesh. The attack was heinous. Robert pulled up his trousers and dashed out of the tent to see the horrific scene taking place only meters in front of him. The bear was atop her body, gnawing on her shoulder when Robert grabbed the fishing pole that he brought and charged the bear and started swinging it at it. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Get out of here, bear! Get out of here, bear! Just yelling at it. The bear stood up on its hind legs and with one big swipe, knocked Robert to his bum. He had this massive gash going up his chest, over his chin, and through his face. All right, some flesh peeled up from his face. Just blood gushing from his cheek. That's when the bear grabbed Mariah by her skinny little ankle and began dragging her into the thicket, just backing up into the thicket with her. Robert was horrified. The screams, the death, the sounds of fear and terror and bones crunching, all the more startled Robert. I think he knew that this endeavor was hopeless and her soul was about to leave her. That's when he decided to run. He ran down the trail as fast as he could. Tears pouring from his eyes. Wanting to call, not knowing what to do, you know? He was hesitant to call the cops, obviously. They were out past their curfew the previous night, camping out on public land. I don't know. He probably had other reasons why he didn't want to call the cops. But he ran. And young Mariah's innocent blood screamed from the ground. The bear took her far into the thicket and started peeling the flesh off her skeleton while she was still alive. Her consciousness began to fade as this hulking black bear dug a hole through her and into the ground. Nonetheless, Robert eventually made it home. His mom knew that something was off, and she got it out of him. And obviously she called the cops. They sent their DNR officers out into the damn trail and forest in which they camped. That's when they found Mariah's little corpse, half eaten, feces and urine all over her body. She's half buried into the ground. This treacherous bear really did a number on her. The reason I tell these stories is because we all have to be bear aware, especially while in bear country. The big media ain't gonna do it. All right? They're looking out for the animal now. I like animals myself. Certainly don't wish any harm upon any of them except for maybe ticks and chimpanzees. But other than that, I have a heart for nature. But it's important to know our place. Young Mariah from Texas, and before that, Mexico, her family wasn't all that familiar with bears. You know what I'm saying? They're familiar with scorpions and things like that. They don't know not many bears down there. Robert should have known his place. The media Should have made it known. You got to be bear conscious. Obviously, neither of them did their damn job. And look what it turned into. Some say in that small town of Upper Michigan, if you walk into that horrid field where little Sherry was mutilated, they say you can still hear the sounds of a young girl dancing and singing. But at times it feels vanquished of any life. That desolate region. Let me know in the comments, what do y'all think about this bear attack story? What could have been done differently to prevent it? Again, that's the reason I make these videos, to spread awareness. But if y'all will like the video, no sponsorships here. You know what I'm saying? It's just you, my patrons, my channel members, links in the description below. So subscribe to this page. Like the video, hit the bell so you're notified next time I post a video. And I'll see you all tomorrow with more chilling tales from the Iceman.